All right, we're back. We're live on the concourse at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena.
Live, I guess.
It's 2-1. Doesn't want to tell you. 2-1 out there in favor of Saginaw. Although, it was 2-0 for quite some time in that period. So
sure it was. And then we got a shot on goal. Yeah. And guess what happens when you throw the puck on the net? Guess what happens? You get opportunities to score.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there were a couple opportunities that were missed out there for the Sarnia.
They were not great opportunities.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing, right?
You have to create them.
Well, sure. And you create more when you shoot the puck at the meshy thing with the red thing, you know.
Right.
We spent way too much time juggling the puck in their end.
Saw a fight earlier in the beginning there.
Yes, we did.
Didn't see that coming. It just kind of happened all of a sudden.
No, it was a bit of a retaliation for an open ice hit, which was a clean hit. But they took a bit of offense, and that's why they got the 2-minute instigator penalty.
Right.
But, you know, it was a reasonable fight, I would say, as fights goes. I don't know. You know, I mean, it's hard for me. I mean, you know, the fan in me likes watching fights. It's like, you know, you go to one of those NASCAR things, and the only time it's really fun when they're not turning left is when they, you know, smash into each other, right?
Right.
You know, and you can't take your eyes off it. You never want anybody to get hurt, and you don't want to ruin anything. But on the other hand, it's kind of fun to see the crowd. It's still the game, right? So I don't mind a good fight, but, you know.
Okay. Well, it's 2-1, 8-7 as far as shots on goal, but I hear you. It took the Sarnia Sting a little while to get those shots on goal.
Well, and I think that Fibber McGee, I think the guy who's checking the shots on goal had maybe one too many before the game, because that is not representative of what's going on. What's that?
I'm going to tell him you said that.
Oh, no, don't tell him I said that. He's a big guy, isn't he, right?
He's bigger than you.
I'm sure he is.
It took them some time to get into this game here, and I'm not sure.
I've just not seen, I guess part of what I'm saying is I've not seen a lot of quality shots on goal.
It's not being set up well, I think is what I would say.
They're doing that trickle around from the circle around the back of the net and try just jam it in the corner kind of thing, and then I don't know, that ran.
Well, and when somebody passes you the puck, you need to catch it.
And yes, you have to do that. But then you should be, instead of doing that, we go end to end. We get into the forward zone. We're within 10 feet of the net. What do? You pass it backwards through 4 guys. No, come on. You can't tell me that's a good strategy.
I think it's just...
What? Come on.
All right. Wait a minute. In defense.
Oh, yeah. Look at you taking their side now. Who's wearing the jersey? Come on.
Feeling the heat.
I just, you know what?
Okay, is this the example of a young team? Is that what it is?
You know what? Okay, so if you were asking me,
nervous out there?
If you were asking me how many rookie mistakes are going on out there, I would say probably more than our fair share.
Okay.
And I get that. Okay. The trouble for me is that some of the rookie mistakes are coming from some of our, you know, older fellas, and I just think that maybe that's not good.
Is there an effect on? I mean, there's a lot of young players on this team.
Yes, I agree.
Our veterans. Is it kind of like? Is that part of the problem? Is it hard to intertwine those two when if the younger outweighs the older?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, I think, you know, nobody comes to this team without actually knowing how to play hockey.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I think it's a matter of. I don't think the youth has a factor in terms of that, you know. But I mean, you hate seeing your older guys, you know, your veterans on the team, making rookie mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's not good. I mean, we're letting them, we're not stopping them at the blue line in our zone. And that's a problem. Like, we have to stop. We have to get them stopping these guys.
Yeah.
at the blue line. I mean, they said it in early in preseason. You're going to be surprised at the size of the line. We're going to be making an effort there. So far, I have not seen that effort. We're
Speaking
letting
of the
them
size
come
of the
in
line,
and dance around.
Kelton
Crazy.
Hatcher, he's a guy that you don't typically really want to mess with too hard. I mean, he knows how to hit,
Sure
and he
does.
does it well. We
Yes,
agreed on
yes.
that before. But Saginaw is not having any trouble taking it right to him. They're not afraid of him.
No.
They're coming
And
through.
they're not a bigger team necessarily than us, but I mean
They're
certainly
pushing
are.
hard through here tonight.
Yeah, sure
right
they
now.
are.
We have to be honest. Of course, we want the Sarnia Sting to win. We have to talk.
I
but
absolutely
to be
do.
honest,
I mean, no.
Saginaw's dominating.
In all fairness,
And
I pick on the Sting because I'm a Sting fan.
right.
And I want them to get over this stuff.
Yeah.
It's frustrating to be a fan and see
Why I wear the tie.
rookie kind of errors. That's all. That's all I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that that's what they're hearing in the booth right now.
I was going to say, is that the conversation in the locker room?
I think that's in the locker room going on right now. Is you got to stop them at the blue line, and you got to take shots on goal in the forward. You got to make the most of the opportunities we get.
Let's talk about the coaching staff of the Sarnia Sting. They're always very, I think the coach is not an easy job, and you have to be positive.
Not at all.
And all the coaches that I've talked to, they've said the same thing. They have to understand the mindset that's going on in young fellas, but at the same time, it's just reminders a lot of time. Brad Staubitz last year, I remember him saying, he goes, what do? I could go in and give the motivational speech. I could go in there and yell at them. But at the end of the day, he says they already know what they're doing. You know what you need to be doing.
Absolutely.
We've done it in practice, or like to call it rehearsal.
Yeah, rehearsal.
We've done it in practice, and now you're on the stage. What's different? Well, because you got guys charging at you, I guess.
Sure,
But,
and maybe they need to pick up the intensity of their practices or something. I don't know. I mean, if I had the answer, then I might be actually behind the bench. Right. In the end, I could just guess at it because I'm up here and I think I know everything.
Give a guy a microphone.
You give a guy a microphone, absolutely.
Trust me, I know.
Expert in a second.
Maybe it's the weather. It's too warm outside. I don't know.
Maybe it is. You know what? Who knows? I mean, maybe there's maybe they were out late last night. Maybe they're homesick. You know what? Who knows?
You know what, though?
There could be a million things going on.
One of the things I would like to hear more of is the Sting fans cheering. I mean, it's hard to cheer when your team's down, but isn't that when you're supposed to cheer?
Well, I would
think so. They're having a hard time?
I would think so.
But then there's guys like you that are going, come on, really? I want to hear, I'm going to be up there. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear you cheering from all the way up top.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
Do you know how many people have moved out of my section because I cheer too much?
There's a list in the box office.
I'm sure there is. We'll take any section but Peckham's.
Right.
Whatever.
It's highlighted in red on the seat chart. Right?
That's okay. I'm going to check with Cindy and make sure you're not lying to me.
I wouldn't lie about that. But Sarnia Sting having to push forward here to make things happen.
Yeah.
And so a little more of the changes. We've got to get a little tighter out there. We got to get out from behind the net more. Right? You're saying you think they're collecting a lot back there.
You know
what? We've seen a lot of that. And then it's like a couple of plays I saw, I forget who it was, behind the net with the puck. He's ready to go. And he's like pointing, going, come on. Like it was almost like he was going, come on, guys, get into position. Did you notice that?
We're lagging. We're about 2 or 3 seconds behind almost every play right now, and we're going to have to pick up the pace if we're going to do it. Saginaw's playing at a good high pace, and that's creating opportunities for them.
Right.
We're not stopping them at the blue line, and we're not taking shots on goal in the forward zone. We're not making the most of the opportunities we get, and that's what happens when you're playing a little bit behind. They just need to.
And honestly,
pick it up a little bit,
I don't think, from what I've seen out there of Saginaw, I don't think Saginaw is playing as hard as they could be right now. I think
that's it. We're lulling them into submission.
Well,
we're going to tire them out
the
by
Muhammad
the middle.
Ali thing, or
100%.
Rocky, right? Come on,
that's right. We're just going to dance them till they drop.
Right.
And then
I don't think that's it.
That's right. And then in the second period, it's shoot-a-palooza. That's what's going to happen.
I think Saginaw
Great strategy.
I think Saginaw does still have more in them than what we saw in that first period. And if the Sting's not careful, I don't think Saginaw's looking to get complacent here. I think they're like, hey, we haven't even played our full game yet. So now let's start taking it to them even harder. And the Sarnia Sting need to not double up, they need to triple up.
100%. Triple up is
get organized out there.
Yeah.
It is 2-1, so there's still 40 minutes of hockey left as the Sarnia Sting come back
absolutely. It's within our grasp, but I mean, we're going to have to play a whole lot better than that first period.
Definitely the pendulum has to swing the other way in this. 2-1 in favor of Saginaw against the Sarnia Sting here at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. And we're going to be back in a little bit after the next period, hopefully with different results for you. Keep watching. We're posting things out on Twitter as well. If you want to follow myself, he's on there too. Jester's Fun.
Jester's Fun. It's a statement.
Jester's Fun. Why not Jay Peckham?
I'm a fun guy.
Because I've never heard of another Jay Peckham ever, anywhere.
No. So a guy in college called me Jester J for the first time, and it just kind of stuck. And then
that's cool.
Apparently, some people think I'm funny.
I'm the only guy.
Clearly not you.
I never said that. Am I laughing right now?
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, I am laughing. Nice to have you back, Jay.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. I like being here.
2-1 for Saginaw against the Sarnia Sting. We'll be back after the next period. Again, hopefully with positive comments for you. And he'll have a perspective either way. So make sure you come back. If you're enjoying our conversations here, please take the time to like us, of course. But take the time to click the share button and let the other Sting and hockey fans know what we're all about here. For the show live on location, once again, I'm David Burrows with my friend Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!
Talk to you soon.